If you understood your value, you would probably be quicker to walk away from bullshit. Like for me at this point in my life, I'm not spinning the block on bullshit.
You better say that.
You just can't keep spinning the block on bullshit. You really can't. And you have to have self-respect and you have to have boundaries.
Yes.
You just do.
Yes.
And you gotta value yourself. If you don't value yourself, trust and believe a man won't value you.
One of my favorite quotes till this day: God will put you back together in front of those who broke you.
Stop talking about your relationship to other people. Here is the best advice I ever got. When you get married, form a two-handed circle. Don't let nobody else in that circle. Because if you let your mama in, she gonna mess it up. Yeah. You can't let your friends in, they gonna mess it up. Form a two-handed circle, don't let nobody in it. You good.
This is some of the best advice I have ever received, and I have not been able to stop thinking about it since I heard it. Sometimes you have to leave the person you love for the person that you deserve, because they're not always the same.
If you didn't make it in your 20s, you can make it in your 30s. And if you didn't make it in your 30s, you can make it in your 40s. And if you didn't make it in your 40s, you can make it in your 50s. And just remember Grandma Moses. She was a painter, and she didn't start painting until, I think, in her 80s. And one of the most prolific painters.
It's never too late.
Never too late.
Never
So
too
have fun. That's what it's all about.
I am completely committed to letting people miss out on me. Like, I am completely committed to knowing my worth and my value and not willing to compromise that so that people can get away with whatever they want with me. Because the truth is that, like, I know what I bring to the table. I know the value I have. I know the qualities that I present. And if people are not willing to live in that, be a part of that, then that's their loss. If you're going to treat me like I'm nothing, I'm going to make sure that I'm nothing. I'm going to make sure that I've created my space and moved away. I'm not going to let people rob me of my peace just so I can be in their company. I don't know where we've gotten into this habit of just letting ourselves be sold short so that people can afford a little bit of us. They're cheap. Let them be cheap. You are meant to be so much more. And if people can't afford you, that's their loss. And if people can't appreciate the fact that they had you around for free, listen, people have lost way greater things for way less. Let you be one of them.
When I walk in the room, I'm going to walk in as me, okay? Because I'm going to be me. So I'm not going to talk the way you want me to talk because this is who I am. But if I have to speak that a certain way, if it's in the pages, that's what you're going to get. But I'm going to be me. I got to be me.
There's this quote that I remind myself of because it's helped me so much when I remember it. If a flower doesn't bloom, do you blame the flower or do you blame its environment? Right? So imagine like if this plant didn't bloom, are you going to like blame the plant and check the plant, or are you going to check the soil? Are you going to check the light? Are you going to check the air around it, the humidity? Because that's the reason why the plant grows, right? So we are that flower, right? But if we're not growing or we're not sprouting or blooming the right way, what is your environment? Who are you talking to? What Instagrams are you scrolling? What things are you filled with in your feed? What's your mind constantly talking about?
Best piece of advice that I've literally ever fucking heard. Only take advice from people who have the life that you want, who have the career that you want, who have the relationship that you want, who have the life and energy and health that you want. Only take advice from those people. Stop taking advice from people that you wouldn't want what they have. To tap into your own intuition instead of asking everybody else what you want, because I notice in my life when I ask everybody else what I want, I get even more fucking confused. I don't know if you can relate to that, but I get super fucking confused and I get super lost, and it's just like, listen to yourself and then have one person who you really fucking trust to go to. And life becomes so much clearer and decisions become so much clearer when you really focus on that.